out, just like this.
Oh, please.
Por favor.
Por favor.
Okay, do you see now that I brought out from the seam allowance, I brought out an extra, you can see my crease. Can you see where the crease is, the crease? I just brought out 1/8 of an inch from the seam allowance. Okay, does everybody see that, you guys up here? Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to stitch, I want to edge stitch this on. So I'm going to do this. Now I'm stitching, I'm going to go from the bottom going up. You're going to edge stitch that fold to the edge of your zipper. Okay, when you get to about halfway, you're going to leave your needle down, lift up the foot and open up the slider so that you can continue to stitch. And you're going all the way to the edge of your tape. Notice that the tape of the zipper is even with the cut edge. The tape of the zipper is even with the cut edge. Alright, so now we have this here. I can cut my end and I'm good. The next thing I want to do is I want...
Edge stitch or?
Edge stitch. Edge stitch. See the edge stitching? I edge stitched it onto the tape. This is step 1. Step 2, I'm closing the zipper. And all I have to do is bring the fabric over and it's going to look for the old crease. Remember when we pressed it open? So now this is going to look for the old crease. You see the old crease in there? Now you're not supposed to see the teeth on the zipper. You're supposed to cover the teeth, you understand? Otherwise it's a laughing zipper. You're not supposed to see the teeth. So what you're doing is you're covering, see? Bringing it right over to where that 1/8 was, and all I need to do now is go to the bottom, go across, and then come back up.
Is that the extra 1/8 we pulled out that's doing that covering?
Correct, and that's the logic behind it, yes. So I'm just going to take it here and I'm going to pin it.
Sorry.
In the interim, I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to the end of my zipper. I'm going to start at the seam allowance and I'm going to put the needle down right at the crack of the seam, right there. I want you to do it by hand because if you hit the metal, you'll be in trouble. So I'm going to go 1, 2.
Where did you put that again? That's right at the...
At the crack of the seam, right where the seam, right at the crack of the seam. That's where I put the needle down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I'm going on the other side of the zipper and all I need to do is to come up. Now this fabric has stretch on it, so don't take something like this. Try and take something that's more stable. Again, you're going to come up as far as you can, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the needle down, open up, and bring the slider down. And then continue stitching. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom and I'm going to pull the thread and bring it to the surface at the bottom. So now I have both threads on the underside. Okay, and all you're going to do is you're going to twist it, make a loop, and knot it. This is a French knot. I don't know, could have been Puerto Rican, just that they have to pull it French. Everything is French.
Fancy.
So there it is, and I now have a knot at the bottom. When you look at this side, this is what it looks like. When you look at the other side, this is what it looks like. And this is what I want from you for your homework. This is a lapped zipper. This is very similar to the next one that we're going to do, which would be a fly zipper. The only thing is that the fly has a different type of a top stitch with a facing on it. Okay, so we're going to send this one around, and since